In this video, I'm going to explain how to start a profitable drop servicing business. Let's get started. Hey, what's up? My name is George and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to explain how I generated over $135,000 drop servicing in 1 year and show you how you can start your own drop servicing business. So in the year of 2021, my drop servicing business generated over $130,000 in revenue. My drop servicing business sells custom portraits that we create from photos. The customer simply uploads his photo on our website and submits his order. Once we receive the order, my team of freelance artists creates the illustration and then we send it back to the customer. The best part about this business is that I manage everything from the comfort of my own home. I sell these portraits to people all over the world, so when I wake up in the morning, I have orders from United States, Australia, Norway, Canada, and everything is happening right here in my computer. So if I want to take my computer and go to any place in the world, my business is coming with me. This is something that I always dreamed of, and this was one of the main reasons why I started e-commerce in the first place. But it wasn't always like this. Matter of fact, this is the hardest thing that I did in my whole life. I had to endure some serious psychological and mental pressure for a long period of time. But the reward is so great that if you're able to persevere, you will be forever grateful for it, because never before in the history of humanity you were able to start a global business from your home, just from the comfort of your own laptop. And so with that being said, all I ask of you is just to gently tap that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's begin. First of all, what is drop servicing? Basically, drop servicing is when you sell any kind of service that you outsource to get it done. So let's say, for example, that I want to draw this illustration from this photo. Well, I can sell this as a service. And the thing is, I don't need to draw this myself. I'm actually going to hire someone else to do this illustration for me. And as you can see in this particular video, I'm going to be talking about this service in particular, which is custom portraits from photos, because this is something that I do. This is something that I teach other people. I love it, and I hope that you will love it too. And the reason why I do it is because it's really fun and rewarding at the same time. The reason it's fun is because you're creating real value. And the reason why it's rewarding is, first of all, well, because people who receive these illustrations are usually super happy if you do your job right and you provide high quality illustrations. And second of all is that it's rewarding in terms of money, because you sell it for one price and you get it done for another. And so if you get the business process right, you can actually create a very profitable business. So let's talk about the difference between drop servicing and drop shipping. So this right here you can see is an example of drop shipping, and this is an example of drop servicing. So first of all, when you are doing drop servicing, you have control over the product quality. Why? Well, because let's say, for example, that you have a team of artists that create these illustrations, and then you can see that most of your artists are producing high quality illustrations, but then there is one artist who does a poor job, and customers are not usually satisfied with that, right? So what you can do is you can simply say, hey, sorry, your quality of illustrations is not up to the standard with our business. And that's it. And you just find another artist, right? However, with drop shipping, when you're buying a product directly from a manufacturer or supplier and you send it to the customer, you can't really control the quality of the product, right? You just simply place an order, it gets sent to the customer, and then if the customer receives a low quality product, you are going to be the one responsible for that, right? Because you actually sold it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is fast shipping times. And so, with services such as Amazon, right, people are used to 1-2 day delivery. And if your delivery is 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, well, your business is destined to fail. However, with drop servicing, you can offer two options. You can offer a digital one and you can offer a canvas. If you're offering a digital one, you can deliver that digital illustration in a matter of 1, 2, 3 days, right? You receive the order, the artist creates the illustration, you send it back to the customer via email. All simple, all easy, nice and quick. If you're doing a canvas, you can work with a print-on-demand supplier, and once the illustration is complete and you have confirmed it with the customer, what you can do then is that you can place an order with your print-on-demand supplier. They usually have a local printing like business in each part of the world, right? So they have one in the US, they have one in Australia, one in Europe. So that means that wherever your customers are going to be from, they're going to receive their canvas or whatever it is, the frame poster, a lot faster than just shipping from China. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Fast shipping time, second thing. The third thing is, and this is by far to me the biggest one, okay? Real value versus reselling from China. Drop shipping, you are creating no value whatsoever. You are simply reselling items from China on your own website with a markup to people who don't know about AliExpress or whatnot. With drop servicing, with these custom portraits, you are actually creating real value because people have this photo and this illustration that you're about to create does not yet exist, right? So you need to actually find an artist, get them to draw this, negotiate, make sure that the quality is good. And then once you're satisfied with it, you send it back to the customer, and the customer is super satisfied because they just got something which they love, right? So that is what means about that is what it means to create real value versus just reselling from China. All right. So how does drop servicing work? As you can see right here, this is an example of an advertising of a big drop servicing business that I'm going to get later on in this video. And you can see right here that they are promoting for Valentine's Day. You can see that it's a 60% off for Valentine's Day, and the customer can use a discount code LOVE20, right? And you can see this is a photo, an arrow pointing to this beautiful canvas that, this is the style that they do it with. So the way drop servicing custom portrait works is that first the customer submits his photo on your website, right? So you have like a little upload button. They can choose the number of people in the photo, or, they can upload their photo and then they place their order. Then you have a freelance artist, right? This artist can be anywhere in the world. And their job is to take that photo and create an illustration in your particular style. So whether you're doing like this kind of theme, or maybe you're doing this kind of theme, it doesn't matter. Their job is to create this illustration and then send it back to you. And then what you do is you take that illustration, you look at it, and if you decide that it's of good quality, then all you have to do is just simply send it back to the customer via email, right? That's in case if they ordered a digital one. And if they did a canvas one, still you send it back to the customer, you approve it first, confirm that they like it, and if they do, then you submit an order with your print-on-demand supplier and send it to the customer, all right? So that's kind of the basics, the very basics about how drop servicing works. If you have any more questions about how does it work in more particular detail, leave me a comment down below and let me know, and I might reply to that. So how much does it cost to start drop servicing? So the fixed costs are very low. And what I mean by fixed costs is how much does it cost to have your Shopify website, right? How much does it cost to have all of the automations, all of the systems you need to kind of manage the orders, right? And by the way, all of those things are super cheap, right? As you might know, Shopify is only $29 a month. So that's about $1 per day. And then you basically don't need anything else. You can just simply start with that. So I would say that you can start with anywhere from $30 to $40, have your website up and running, and you're in the business. However, it's not so simple. In order to get people to visit your store and buy from you, you need to get traffic. And traffic costs money. So that means that you need to spend money on advertising/marketing. And this is where your first kind of big variable cost comes in. Depending on how good you do your marketing advertising is going to depend how much money you're going to spend. You can, spend $10 per month, or you can spend $10,000 per month on advertising. That just depends on how well you do it, how much money you get back from that advertising, right? So this is the complicated part about this whole drop servicing thing, right? creating a website, doing all of this is the easy part, but getting people to visit your store, buy from you profitably, that's the very, very complicated part. And that's what really comes down, and that's what people talk about once they get really good at this thing, right? How to optimize your cost per purchase, how to get more people to buy from you, how to increase your average order value, and so forth. So there's much more that goes into this, right? And then the third cost that is also, you really need to count this in, is the cost of learning, right? Because in order to learn, you need to make mistakes, right? You're going to start, you don't really know what you're doing, so you're just kind of doing something. Most likely you're going to make a mistake, and you're going to spend money to make that mistake. But once you do make that mistake, you're going to know better not to do that again, right? So this is what I mean of the cost of learning. And it took me 5 years to get to this level where I am right now, and it took me thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to learn all of these skills. So, you need to be prepared to commit to this long term and really not deviate to anything else, and just stick to this and, promise yourself that you're going to get this done no matter what, right? So I would say overall, you can start with very little, but if you're serious about this, it's best to have like a steady income, right? Maybe you have like a job, and then you have money coming in on a monthly basis, and then you commit to taking a little bit of that money and investing it into your own little business. Maybe you're learning, maybe you're putting it into advertising, and you're just learning the whole thing and how it works, right? So that is the best thing. It's not like I can tell you, hey, you need $3,000 and you can get started with drop servicing, right? I mean, if I tell you that, that'd probably be a lie, because you might need less, you might need more. And the best thing that I can tell you is that you need a consistent income in order to learn and in order to invest money and see how things are really performing, okay? So where do you hire people to draw these illustrations? There are multiple places online where you can find these artists. One of them is called Fiverr.com. Another one is called onlinejobs.ph. This is a specific one to hire freelancers from the Philippines, okay? And then you can also look around on Instagram. Maybe you look around with hashtags and you find people there. All you need to do is just contact them and be like, hey, I'm looking for a graphic artist to create illustrations in this style. Are you able to do that? Negotiate the rate and then price your offer accordingly, right? If they charge you, let's say $5 per person, like in here, right? So this would cost you $10, right? This means that you could sell this, let's say, for $30, right? So you're making a profit of about $20, right? And these places, this is where you can hire these graphic artists. So the next question is drop servicing profitable? And my answer to that, and this is something that my dad always told me my whole life, I'd come up to my dad and be like, Dad, is the oil business profitable? And he'd tell me the same thing, George, it's profitable if you can make it profitable. And then I'd come up and be like, Dad, but is this business profitable? And once again, it's profitable if you can make it profitable, right? So any business can be profitable if you can make it so, right? And the same thing applies to drop servicing. Profitability comes over time. This is something that I want you to understand, very important. It's very hard to be profitable just right out of the gate. Oh, I'm going to put up a website, I'm going to start running ads, and bam, I have, passive income coming in every month. If anyone tells you that, it's probably a lie, okay? Things are not as simple, and I don't want to sell you this dream about, hey, this is super simple, I do this, whatever, buy my course. It's not like this, right? You need to put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this, and profitability comes over time. And this is another very important thing that I want you to understand. The reason why profitability comes over time is because with this whole online business, profit is made from repeat buyers. Okay, so this is very important. Why? Because to make a profit on the first sale, so let's say someone comes into your business and buy this custom portrait, right? The chances are that you are going to make profit on that first sale are pretty much zero, right? But if you are able to get that person to come back and buy from you again, then that is where you are going to make the profit. And as you can see right here, I have a little screenshot of my business for the last 3 months, so November, December, January, and you can see that my repeat customer rate is 20%. This means that from every 100 people that buy these illustrations from me, 20 are going to buy again, right? And so the profit that I make from those 20 people that buy again is going to be pretty much pure profit, because I don't need to spend nearly as much money to get them back to buy again, right? So I hope this makes sense. And so the way you make an online business profitable is that you work for a very long time. You try and build a big customer base, right? And then once you have a big customer base, that's when you can start generating profit. That's when you can start generating profit from repeat buyers, right? Let's say, for example, you have an email list of 100,000 people, you have these crazy email flows, you have high repeat customer rate. You're going to generate a lot of revenue and a lot of profit from the people that are already buying from you. And the way you get people to buy from you more and more is to make sure that every customer that buys from you is going to get the best experience possible, right? So let's say I come to your business, I buy from you, and I get a horrible experience. Well, I'm not going to come back to you again, right? So you just lost a potential repeat buyer. But if I buy from you and I'm super satisfied, the next time I have an event coming up, whether it's Christmas, birthday, or whatever, I'm most likely to be like, hey, I remember that business. Or you might send me an email and be like, hey, George, remember that time that you were super satisfied with your illustration? Well, guess what? We have a sale going on. Here's a 20% off coupon, right? I'm a repeat buyer. I'm going to come back and be like, yeah, sure, I'm going to get that. It's a pretty cool, unique gift. So this is what I mean when I say that profitability comes over time, and you need to really work now to make sure that you're going to be profitable later. Okay? Hope that makes sense. All right, the next question is drop servicing worth it? So in my opinion, it's definitely worth it for a couple of reasons. And here they are. First of all, you make people happy. Come on, what can be better than that? Obviously, we all know that we all want to make money and all, but trust me, making people happy is the foundation for getting what you want. So if you want to make tons of money, then all you have to do is just make sure that you make other people happy. It's as simple as that. It's the law of the universe, like my girlfriend likes to say. Right here, you can see that these are some screenshots from the back end of my Zendesk, right? This is where I process all of my communication with the customers. And you can see right here that people are saying, wow, thank you so much. Amazing work. I love it so much, right? So this is just an example of that people are satisfied with these illustrations. Another one is like, hi, George, it looks amazing. I'm happy with the changes. Thank you so much. And I get these every single day, a lot, right? And to me, that's the kind of the result that I'm looking for. Because if I can make every one of these customers happy, then they are more likely to come back and buy from me again. And if they come back and buy again, that is when I'm going to make money, right? So I make other people happy first, and then I get what I want, okay? Second of all, drop servicing is worth it is because you create real value. As I mentioned before, instead of just reselling items from China, you are creating real value by, drawing these illustrations and creating art, basically. And the third reason is that you are building a profitable business, right? So once again, you're building a profitable business by doing this long-term, by satisfying your customers, by making sure that you have repeat customer rate and so forth. But what you're doing is that you are building a profitable business over time. So my question to you is building a profitable business worth it? To me, it is. All right. So the next question you might have is, George, is drop servicing even possible? And to that, I say, well, I don't need to tell you anything. We just need to take a look at, an existing drop servicing custom portrait business. So right here, this is turnmeroyal.com. You can check them out online. And this is an extension which is called, this is a Google Chrome extension, which is called SimilarWeb. And basically what this shows you, it shows you how much traffic this particular website is getting per month, right? And as you can see, turnmeroyal.com, which is my main competitor, I like to think of them that way, they got 235,000 visitors in December of 2021. And in e-commerce, right, this translates to about $1 for every visitor, right? So they are doing over $230,000 per month at the bare minimum, right? And you can see that they are very consistent. They scale in quarter 4, and you can see that the lowest month they had was 150, and they are hovering at about 200,000 mark per month. So, this is this is a 2 million per year business. So yeah, drop servicing is definitely possible, but you need to make it so. Once again, why does drop servicing work? Well, the reason it works is because people want unique gifts and surprises, right? And this is a growing trend as well. There is demand for it in the marketplace, and people want to capture memories, right? So I get a lot of customers telling me that, hey, this is the day we got engaged, or hey, this is the day of the birthday, or whatever it is, right? And people don't want to just people do, but some people don't want to just have gifts like perfume or whatever, like the basic ones, right? They want to get creative. They want to create something unique and something that is personal to them. And so this is why drop servicing works, right? And people could easily, find a freelancer themselves and do all of that. But you can say that about many things, but instead what they do is they want to get the full package, the full service. So they just go to a website that specializes in this, right? And then they create that illustration. So this is the reason why drop servicing works, because there is simply demand for it. How big is the drop servicing market? So to understand how big the market is, I recommend you search for custom portrait, the keyword, on Etsy, and you will see just how many sellers there are and how many sales each seller has, right? There's just so many different styles and variations, and it's just, the market is really big, and Etsy is kind of like the hub for all of these sellers who are doing these business owners who are doing these custom portraits. So yeah, there are many different niche styles, and this has a worldwide appeal, right? Me being here in Finland, I might be as interested in this custom portrait as a person from basically any country in the world, right? Or around the world, because obviously some countries are doing better than others, but this has a worldwide appeal, no doubt about it. So what is the future of drop servicing? The future of drop servicing, what I think, and this already exists, is that AI creates the illustrations automatically, right? You have a computer where you have a program where you just upload the photo and then it creates the illustration, and that's it. It's done immediately, right? But the thing is, there is always demand for a human touch, because sometimes the photos are blurry, right? And the computer might not necessarily, see okay, what was the photo or something like that. So in my opinion, with the whole development of, AI and stuff, I still think that there will always be demand for a human touch. I might be wrong, and I might, look back in this video 30 years from now and be like, you were wrong. But right now, I feel that yes, a lot of things are going to be AI, but there is going to be demand for a human touch, okay? Now, let's get into the how-to part of this video. So, how do you start drop servicing? There's going to be 3 parts, I believe. First is you need to choose the style of your custom portraits, because as I said, there are many different ones. So the way you do that is you go onto Etsy and you search for custom portrait, custom illustrations, and keywords that are similar to that, right? And then you're going to get many different examples of these styles. And what you want to do is you want to, browse through them, see which ones you like most, and choose a couple that you like, and then kind of, narrow it down. My suggestion here is you keep away from anything that is copyrighted, right? So whether it's illustrations in Simpsons styles, whether it's illustrations in Rick and Morty style or any other cartoon, just stay away from that. Stick to something that is neutral, okay? And the second thing is to make sure that there is demand for that particular style, right? So the way you check that is you check how many sales does that seller have for that particular style, right? Are there many sellers for that particular style? So just get a feeling for, is this something that is in demand in the marketplace? The second part is find a competitor that is doing well. For example, as I showed you here, turnmeroyal.com. They sell these custom portraits in royalty, right? So this is something that has been big. People love to be turned into royalty, and they are pretty much the biggest player in the US for this thing, right? You can use a similar web Google Chrome extension, which is going to show you how many visitors this has. So if you find a competitor in your niche, then you can just check how much traffic they're getting, right? And then the third thing is, this is really important. You want to analyze their website, their ads, their email marketing, and their keywords. These are the 4 things that are super, super important. And trust me, it took me 5 years to learn these things. So please take note of this. It's very important. So first, look at their website. How is everything flowing? How is the funnel looking like? How are the buttons, the positioning, and everything on their website, right? It's very important. They probably spent a lot of time, energy, and money testing all the different things that went into their website to get that perfect combination of things to really improve their conversion rate, right? The second thing you want to do is you want to take a look at their ads. So the way you can do this, and by the way, we're going to take a look at this together just in a second as a case study, but you want to take a look at their ads. You can use Facebook ad library and see what kind of advertisements they're doing. Are they doing user-generated content? Are they doing static images? Are they doing GIFs? Are they doing carousels, right? So really take a look at their ads and see what is their ad strategy, okay? Then the third thing is email marketing. So what is the pop-up they have when you go to their website? Okay, what is their email flow? So once you go to their website and leave the email, you're probably going to be put in like a welcome series email. Okay, then the second thing you want to do is you want to have your cards put your email in, and that's going to give you the abandoned cart flow, right? And you want to take a note of all these things because they make money. And the third thing is their post-purchase sequence, right? So once you do place an order with them, what does that sequence look like after? Maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, they send you an email saying, hey, thank you so much for purchasing. I hope you like it. Here's a sneaky little discount code for 15-20% off or whatever, right? So you want to really analyze all these things when it comes to email marketing. And then the fourth thing, also super important, are the keywords, right? So this website right here, is ranking organically in Google. So if you search for royal portraits from the US, they are probably going to be the first website that comes up, right? And for that, you can use semrush.com. That's a website that is dedicated to like keywords and SEO. So once again, once you find your competitor, you want to analyze them through semrush.com for the type of keywords that they're ranking, and then you want to talk to your SEO specialist and consult with him on what kind of keywords you can actually aim for to rank, right? Because once you do rank for those keywords, you are going to start getting organic traffic. Super important. These 4 things, trust me, they're the foundation of everything. Website, ads, email marketing, and keywords, right? Those 4 things. And then the third part is, how do you start drop servicing? Is first off, you sign up. Once you have all of this, by the way, this is like your research phase, right? The third part is you then sign up to Shopify, you hire a developer, and you tell them like, hey, this is my main competitor and I want my website to look exactly like theirs, but change this, change that, and so forth, right? And then the second thing you want to do, so that developer is going to start building your website. The second thing, is you recreate the ads and the email sequences, right? So maybe you take a look at their ads, you do similar ads, and then you do email, you do similar emails, right? Because you don't want to invent the wheel, right? You want to take something that is already working and you just want to recreate it with your own touch, right? Because if these guys are doing over $200,000 per month, right, then why not just pretty much copy what they're doing, right? Because they have proven that the things they do are working, even though you might think that they are weird or off or something like that, right? So put your ego aside, see what's working and copy that. And then the third thing is I would highly recommend from the get-go, invest money into SEO, at least a little bit. SEO is called search engine optimization. That is you basically optimizing your website to rank better organically in Google, right? So you want to rank on the first page for as many keywords as possible. So if someone is searching for, let's say, royal portraits, you want to show up first, right? Turn Me Royal does that. So you want to get organic traffic, because organic traffic is one of the best traffics you can get. It's the hottest one and it's the cheapest one, right? You invest money first and then you're going to get customers coming back over and over again. So let's take a look at the case study of Turn Me Royal that I have been mentioning a lot in this presentation. So right here, this is the website, right? You can see that they have a very clean website right away. They have this banner here. Let's turn you into royalty, get started. They have the reviews, right? So take a note of all these little things that they've done. As seen on, right? This establishes trust, and they have all the different products available, right? And then they have the customer reactions here and whatnot. But one of the most important things is their product page, right? So if you go to one of their product page, you can see how it's built. And by the way, I recommend you take a look at it from the mobile view, because this is probably 90% of where their traffic is coming from, because most of their traffic is coming from social media. So you want to optimize your website primarily for mobile first. So they have just 4 basic images here, or actually 3 basic images here. And that's it. They have the reviews, the name, the price. Upload your photo. Once you click here, you can upload your photo from your phone or choose from any of these things here. All right. Then you can choose your canvas size. So whether you want an 8 by 10, 12 by 16, or 18 by 24. Changes the price dynamically here in the add to cart button, which is really cool. And you can see how much you're saving right here. So the more you buy, the more you save. And then here is like a description, right? So love it or your money back guarantee, gift that makes them smile. They are on Trustpilot, which is really big. This just adds a lot of trust. And a little gift explanation about how it works. So upload your photo, they draw, preview your artwork, and then they ship it fast and free, and the fun begins, right? This just shows how they create these by hand. Top quality canvas and popular questions they have, right? So, and the reviews in the bottom. So this is a really well structured website, and everything is just done so well. And there's a reason why these guys are doing over $200,000, right? This website might look simple, but it's super clean and super easy, and just converts probably really well. The next thing is let's take a look at their ads. So you can search for Facebook ad library, and you can search for any person or any business that advertises here, right? So Turn Me Royal, these are the people, and you can see that these are the ads that they're running, right? So you can see it's like reactions of people reacting to this. They have a little animation here about how it gets turned from the phone into a canvas, and then people's reaction unpacking these canvases, right? So once people see this, they want to get a similar reaction from their friends, and so you can see that pretty much all of their ads are like this. So you can take a note that if this is working for them, then your ads are probably also going to need to be customer reactions, right? Or your friends' reactions, right? So this is where you want to really take a look and get a feel for what are the ads that are working for them. All right. So yeah, the website, the ads. The next thing is semrush.com. So you can search for turnmeroyal.com. Start now. So here is turnmeroyal.com analyzing with SEMrush. You can see their authority score. You can read all about this, what it means and stuff. So how much their organic traffic they're getting, their paid traffic, their backlinks. By the way, I know this is a beginner complete tutorial. And this all seems really complicated. It is to me, trust me as well. I'm not that good with SEO. And the best way you can do is just hire a person who's good with SEO for at least a little bit, maybe a couple of hours per week as a freelancer, and they're going to be doing this for you, right? But you can see that they're ranking position number one for the keyword royal portraits. The volume is 5.4 thousand per month, and they're getting 42% of this traffic, right? So 42% of 5.4 just from this one keyword, right? And that is they're getting that organically, and they're ranking organically for 960 keywords. So you can see that they're getting a lot of traffic organically, which is really, really, really good, right? This is like money just coming in organically into their business. Very beautiful. All right, and so the final part of this video is, should you take a drop servicing course? And people ask me that, and to that I say that you can learn everything by yourself. It's pretty straightforward. You can take a look at Turn Me Royal or any other competitor. You can be like, and you can try to do everything the same. But the thing is, if you're just starting out, chances are that you are pretty overwhelmed and confused about a lot of things, and that is completely okay, because I can totally relate to that. When I need to learn something new, there are just so many things coming up, and I feel like frustrated and annoyed because I want to learn all of them fast, but it takes a lot of time, energy, and money, right? And also trial and error, right? You need to try something and then see if it works or not. If it's not working, then you're learning what doesn't work, and if it's working, you're moving to that direction. So basically, a course is like a shortcut to success with a strategy that works, right? You can do everything yourself, or you can take a course from someone who has already doing it, and someone who has done over $135,000 in sales. You can see there's my name there. I blurred out the name of the store because I don't want to reveal it. But if you want to find out about my store, what is my store, you can get my course, right? So I have a course on drop servicing custom portrait. By the way, this is the only course out there that teaches about this specific thing, right? These custom portrait drop servicing business. There's no one out there. There's Dylan, who teaches about drop servicing, but he teaches about how to help small businesses with whatever service they have. But no one teaches about these custom portraits. And I do this myself. I did over $135,000 in sales. So in this course, I reveal my business, and I basically break down everything, right? So everything that I've talked about here kind of on the surface, I go into much more detail. There's over 4 hours of video content in this course. So if you want to learn, if you want to get started, by the way, the best part, it costs only $97, right? So it's just $100, literally 97. Let's keep it that way. The link is down in the description. You can take that course and you can learn basically everything, find out what's my store, what I'm doing. And so, yeah, with that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to smash the like button if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel. And on this note, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Till next time.